Yeah.
Hi, sweetie. Oh, I love you so much.
Got a movie going.
Oh, is that it?
Uh-huh.
Remember?
Hi, Dave. How are you? What's he's getting all the pictures. Bill, how are you?
Yeah, he's getting all the pictures. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Are you John Wayne?
I'm John Wayne.
John Wayne.
John Wayne.
You want to see my white hair?
Come here, bud. Come here, bud.
Uncle Dave, scoot in.
That's it. Oh, that's
There you go.
Isn't it cute?
Look at that white. Yeah, look at that.
We couldn't
You
believe,
wanted the white hair?
That's it.
couldn't believe that road. Everybody was saying it used to be worse when you all were growing up. And we were always,
Hell yeah. You had to get out and walk then.
That's what I told him to push the dang car.
Yeah.
And you know what? She said, oh my God, these roads are hellish. And I said, listen, with all this chat on them, you should have seen them when we went in that Model A. I mean,
thought they were
they're
pretty good.
slick and free. You know what? I mean, we just were sliding all over the place. The mother said, there's chat on it now. It's a lot better than it used to be. That one you gave me is gorgeous. You can't believe how big they get.
Yeah. Well, you can see mine. Got a driving full of them. I want to send some to Texas to them.
Okay. Yeah. What? Aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
What hurts you?
Are you raising aloe vera now?
Huh?
Are you raising aloe vera?
Absolutely. I've got a lot to give you.
Sounds good.
Get in the car.
Go on, act natural. I'm just going to kind of be in the back.
The wife, what's her name? David's wife. Donna. Donna. Oh my God.
You sure full of blunders. You better get back in the car.
She just got stage fright.
You got through telling me that you was going over to the city to see Hazel. Bill says you're not.
No, we're not going.
Sure, Mick.
Did you ask me if I was going to see Hazel?
Yeah.
Judy
You
went.
said, yeah, I'm
Judy
going.
went yesterday.
Did you go yet? Did you get her?
Sunday.
Did you get her
Sunday.
anniversary gift?
No, she didn't mention it to her, and
Well,
and
if
Judy
you don't ask her, you
I know.
I didn't know about it
Well,
until I
she didn't
got
know about
home.
it. And I said, did she send the?
get mad every time. You know, well, hell, I can't remember that stuff.
Daddy will be there in a minute, Brian.
It's up there on the shelf, so.
Oh, he's
And
looking up a
she
picture.
wants you to have
Can't
it.
find
So
it, I
you,
don't think.
when you go, let's just say George said, lay it on George. And,
It's George's fault.
yeah, no,
That's what
just
she
say
used to
that
say.
George said you had an anniversary gift.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling she's forgotten it, but
oh
you
yeah,
know,
she forgets.
I was real impressed with Hazel. I mean, she,
And James said,
she just talking about
Judy
what was
said
in the
she can't get
newspaper
around.
that. No,
Judy
she
said
can't
she's
get
just as clean as a pin.
around. It was clear-headed.
I mean, clear-headed.
Not clean.
Clean as a pin.
Yeah.
Let's don't get carried away after this.
Oh, when you said she looked
Well, I go
well,
over
I
there
thought
about-
maybe she was dressed.
Oh yes, she was dressed well and she looked clean.
Yeah, she bought for
physically.
James. Yeah.
Well, see, that was Sunday, wasn't it? And I
Oh,
think she
you
has
went
special
Sunday?
clothes she wears on Sunday. Yeah,
I think she kind of halfway expects people to show up on
on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think the kids from the church come over and put on a program for them.
Well, this is a real old one. This is a real old one. And it is a-
Drop by.
But Judy
Get
said
over
that
here.
she's not too far away from the rest.
But she had one of those pictures too.
Who?
The old house.
I don't. I give it to David. David's in there trying to find it.
Oh, bless his
He don't
heart.
know where it's at.
Well, if he can't find it, that's all right.
Where'd he go? I thought he went up that way.
I can't never find it. No, he went.
David went to see if he could find the picture, but he can't
Oh.
find it. I told him you had taken one off of the other one.
Yeah, right.
I think I'll just go tell him. Let him
Yeah.
know. He can't find it.
He's just like me, because I put things away and then I can't remember where in the hell they're at.
I've got one in an album sometime or other. Dorothy the Child and I was sitting on the front porch one day, and I'm took a picture of it. And I've got that of Aretha and I.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maureen, how about you and your brothers talking about what was and what's different here?
Yeah, talk
different?
about those fat calves down there.
Those fat,
aren't they
did
gorgeous?
y'all have fat cows then?
They're ready to go to the market.
You know what? They're ready.
Going
They
down.
always had steers and the feed
They go
lots
Monday.
fall in the steers.
Peter,
Yeah?
they go Monday to the
Oh, is that
Slaughterhouse.
right?
We got baby calf in there too.
Out of
A
that
little
room.
baby
calf?
calf.
Bull calf.
Oh boy! Oh boy, he's got a bull calf in there.
My bull calf.
Oh,
All right.
Ryan's
My
bull
bull
calf.
calf. Everything gonna grow to be a
These got
big
loads
bull.
going too. They
Uh-huh.
got 2 loads to go on Monday.
Gonna grow to
Right
be a
in
big
there.
bull.
Somewhere, I think. thing sneaks off somewhere.
Did you all have cows and pigs when you were growing up? Oh, Lord, yes, guineas. You did every
Think we
day.
made a living.
What do you think we lived on?
Well, I knew you had cows, but I didn't know
We
you
had a garden too,
Yeah, we had a garden.
Pigs.
Where did you have that? On the lay of the land here,
right out on the west side of the house.
on the west side.
Uh-huh.
Trees.
There was a big orchard out there. Oh,
We had
at least
pigs.
5-acre orchard out
We
there.
had big pigs.
So, had bees under every one of them.
And what was
Bees?
your chore?
Beehives, and we had a hot house that we put our turnips and things in the fall of the year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Keep
Buried in
them all
the ground.
winter.
Big pigs.
And did you have
big
certain
sow.
responsibilities that you had?
Oh no, hell, we just all run
Putting those
loose.
turnips.
Listen, George and I
Some
better
of us
have the
would-
cobs and
Some of
coal
us
in.
just
dig
no
a little
clothes
hole
on.
Coyotes.
Put in as many as you
In
want.
my
and
night.
just cover them and reach in there and get
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And do you know what? Down there between those two creeks, they had the best garden for sweet potatoes and things like that because it was real sandy. And you could raise anything in the world down there.
Whereabouts is that
Down
now?
there.
the chain.
Between those two creeks down there.
They put up one down there.
Right down there was some cobs that you had to pick up every
Oh,
evening.
every evening we had to go down where they fed the hogs and pick up cobs. A whole big
Start a
tub full.
fire the next morning.
What, with the cobs?
Uh-huh.
What,
And do you
just burn
know
them off
what?
for scrap or what?
We knew not to forget
Hogs
that.
would eat 'em.
We bought in 2 buckets of coal and a tub of cobs
Yeah.
to make a fire. And if we didn't, the covers was thrown back and we got it the next morning
You're
bright
damn
and early.
Sometimes they met us on the way coming back
Right.
with the cobs.
Really?
I remember one time we did.
Yeah.
Fish in there.
Uh-huh. The chickens had better be fed and watered before bedtime. We better get those cobs in and we better get those coal in before we ever started studying. I said it's 1,000 wonders we ever passed our grades.
And the cobs and the coal was to go in the morning fire?
In the fires.
The morning fire?
Yeah.
Or the nighttime?
We had an old oak stove. Everybody could put the feet on.
I saw one of them here a while back.
Boy, we could get that
Round oak
drum just
stove.
red hot.
Yeah.
And we put all the little chickens in the spring around that, on the floor around that stove. Until we could put them out in the brooder house.
The signs on the front of the house when it was built in 1900, Peter, did you get that?
What was that?
The sign on by the front door.
There's a
was
sign?
1900.
Oh, is that right?
God, thank you, honey.
He's not giving that away.
No.
I'm just gonna let you take
Is that Grandma and Grandpa Richardson?
Yeah. I had that.
Who's that with them? Who's that
Well,
lady?
that's that. One of them's Aunt
Oh,
Myrtle.
yes.
That's grandma.
That's Grandpa. Oh my Lord, come get pictures.
See here,
Now this is a reunion.
George and I slept back here. There wasn't nothing but down court on that thing.
Yeah.
About that time.
But then they closed that in, don't you know, to the south porch when Daddy was sick.
Friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
I was involved there for his.
Oh, look at that.
And can you zoom in on that pretty, how close can I
Okay,
get?
just stay right where you're at. I'll take care of the zooming. Oh, look at who's in front of there now.
Okay, the middle one is Grandma. Is that right?
Is that right?
Uh-huh, the one on the left, on your right, would be Grandpa, and that was Aunt Myrtle.
Now that was, your grandma and grandpa died just right before you were born in
1913,
13.
he died. 1914, she died, and my mother was 8 months pregnant with me. I never knew either one of them.
Now this house was built in 1900.
Uh-huh, and they lived here
On the way out.
first,
Oh, he was.
That's where they homesteaded.
Now where's that angle from though? What? Let's get
right
it
here.
From the road.
from the road.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's run over to the road.
Grandma and Grandpa and Aunt Myrtle out in front.
Okay, let me come in on that.
Okay. And they later closed this north porch in, the run here on my right, and it was called the south porch. And we had our beds out there, and that's where Grandpa was sick a number of times, my daddy.
Okay.
It made a lovely place for my father to have a bed because the sun would shine in on him when he was sick. And before we moved him to town, he was sick on this porch a number of years with arthritis. And I would come out and take care of him when he was real ill, sick spells. And he always loved to be out there better than he did in his bedroom because his bedroom was dark. And it was beautiful and sunlight on that south porch.
So now they closed that south porch in, it looks like.
With windows. And it was very comfortable. That was before they made a room out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've have a room made out of it.
And how many of you lived in that house?
10.
10 people. How many bedrooms was it?
There was 3 bedrooms. But you see, we slept 3 in a bed.
3 in a bed?
Uh-huh.
God. All right.
Jean and I and Sue slept in one bed. And George and Dave got to sleep in a bed by themselves. And it was a bigger house than the average house in the community because most of them was just, now we had a guest bedroom, but nobody ever used that guest bedroom. It was strictly a guest bedroom. And nobody was allowed to sleep in it because it was for the company.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And I had the best sheets on it, and the best everything was on that guest bed.
Now it looks like it had 2 chimney stacks on that one, huh? Or was that
Yeah,
just,
we
just
did
one
have.
chimney?
We had 2 chimney stacks. There was one that went to the stove in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was one that went to the round stove in the dining room and in their bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So there was a stove in their bedroom, a stove in the dining room, and a cook stove in the kitchen.
And that was your source of heat then, basically?
Uh-huh. That was, of course, that's the reason we had to have so many cobs and coal in the house at one time.
Mm.
We were using 3 stoves.
Oh, that is neat.
And that was very important that we do that every night of the world when we come in from school.
Otherwise, you'd end up just being cold.
Yes, or getting a good licking the next morning for not doing our chores.
Your butt would be hot, but it would be for the wrong reason.
That's right.
Now, out to the west here, you had an orchard and a
No,
garden?
we had a house up there that the hired man lived in, and it was called the Red House.
Where was that? On top of the Red Hill?
Uh-huh. And the neatest people lived up there, and we'd go up there and stay with them. If the folks had to be called away someplace, we'd go up and stay with them.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a real neat people lived up there one time, and they had a stove similar to ours, and I didn't know that a cane-bottomed chair would fall back, and I'd never sat in one before. And I was being a big shot, and I put my feet up on the stove and leaned back in this cane-bottomed chair and telling some big story, and the cane-bottomed chair fell back.
Uh-huh.
And I was so embarrassed that I jumped up out of the cane-bottomed chair and ran all the way home. I thought, oh, I was just ruined.
Oh, no.
I fell out of the cane-bottomed chair.
How old were you? Just a little girl?
I was about 5. I hadn't started school yet. And of course, I soon after started that because Rose taught at Inine, which is a school about 4 miles over.
Mm-hmm.
And she drove a horse and buggy to school. And my mother was pregnant, and so I got to go to Inine to school with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I started school when I was 5 years old.
How come so early?
Because Mama was having a real difficult pregnancy. And if she'd take me to school with her every day, that helped, you know. Mama just had George at home with her.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped. And so I got to go to school when I was 5 years old and rode Inine that 4 hours every day in a horse and buggy.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Now, what did you have out just west of the house here?
Orchard, lots of fruit trees and a big garden.
What kind of fruit?
Apples and peaches and pears, all kind of fruit.
So everything you needed was raised right here on the farm?
Right here.
You didn't have to do anything, go anyplace. Milk, everything.
That's right. Everything. Only thing we bought was staple foods. Get the mailbox. Get the mailbox over by the road. Now
Okay.
that wasn't there. Where we lived.
That's good.
Probably walked down the corner and got a mail.
Let's see, that says Dave Richardson. David Richardson.
Uh-huh, that's little David.
And he's got cattle now that's going to sell on Monday.
Uh-huh. That'll be those fat ones.
And was that barn here then, or was there another barn?
No, that barn was here then, except it was a red barn. It was before they put the metal on it,
Yeah.
and it was called Red Barn. It was a beautiful barn, and it had a hayloft in it.
Yeah. Did y'all play in
And it
there
had
as
a
kids?
Had a cupola on the top that they raised pigeons,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd have squab to eat. And we played out there all the time in the barn. That was our playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And it was real neat and real nice. Load of feed.
Well, let's go over and see your brothers.
Okay. I'm so glad little David found the house.
Now, which porch would you play on most here? This east one?
And there was a porch swing here. They've taken the porch swing down, but we had such fun because you see they didn't have air conditioner, and we'd swing in the porch swing real fast and it'd make us cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we spend all our time is on this front porch. And there's a big shade tree there, and we'd stay out under the shade tree.
We're on the other side?
No, right here.
Oh, there was at that time.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Where the car's parked. I'm taking good care of your picture. Yeah, we won't let anything happen to your picture.
No, this
Now, see, I
land,
want you to tell that to Peter because that's different than the way Mother remembers.
What's that?
this land was never.
Okay, the land run land that was settled was.
This land was bought.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Grandpa settled this
It
land.
bought out of Anadarko. Oh,
I thought Mama said Daddy stopped in El Reno and Grandpa come on until he got
he
this
did
place.
the Cherokee Strip.
Yeah.
Well, no, he bought this place.
But the Cherokee Strip is north of the South Canadian River. Everything south of the South Canadian River.
Oh, I was thinking Mama
was,
said that Daddy stopped in El Reno and Grandpa Richardson come on to this place.
Grandpa Richardson was down here, and he came down and made the running on the Cherokee Strip.
Yeah.
Grandpa Richardson came down here and went down to Darko and bought this place. And Welker's owned that quarter up there. Lived up there in,
No, it's David's.
in the old red house. Welker's owned that.
Yeah.
So Papa wanted more land, so he bought and got Welker's to buy this up here on the hill, and he bought the Welker place up
Oh.
there. And it gave him half a section, so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But he rode a horse and staked that up there, but this wasn't staked. Grandpa
Would
Richardson
you
bought
believe
it.
how old that Welker house?
Huh?
They drawed it, didn't
Yeah.
He drawed it or bought it through the Anadarko Indian Agency. Grandpa Richardson did.
Well, I
you
just
live
been
here.
on.
All of that, then Virgil up there, Necko, he got to argue.
Virgil Robin,
No,
Armstrong.
Armstrong. He kept arguing that that was Indian territory.
Everything,
And he said this was Indian territory. And I said, no, they went to Anadarko and they got this in Anadarko. And he said, no, they went to El Reno and got it. So we got a darn map and got to talking, and it showed where they cut it off. And now that's going out the highway there.
that's
That's
cut off.
went to El Reno.
Oh, he did buy El Reno instead of Anadarko.
No, Grandpa Hill, Richardson bought this here.
And Anadarko.
Anadarko.
The
Oh.
Papa rode out of Enid, wasn't it? Or
Well, I guess.
Kingfisher. Kingfisher, wasn't it?
Kingfisher.
Or El Reno.
El Reno. 'cause
And
he
staked
drove-
his claim.
Yeah. At El Reno.
Yeah, southwest of El Reno. Out
And then he
west of
moved down here on Grandpa's
Yeah.
place.
But he owned two places over there. The first one he staked, he decided to sell it, and he bought another one a little closer down the river. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yeah, yeah. well,
And but he owned two different farms over there.
Uh-huh.
The one that he and Cynthia lived on, where she died, he sold that farm and bought another one.
Oh.
And built a big two-story white house on it. And Rose and Hazel and Gwendine were born in it.
Uh-huh.
And then Sue was born down here.
Yeah. And then the rest of it.
The rest of it.
And your grandparents moved over in Pocasset when your dad moved in here,
In
is that
Clark's
right?
old house. Papa built
Yeah.
that house for them.
Yeah.
And it tells all about it in Dave's abstract. David's abstract. Tells what the funeral was and what the house cost. And he built the house and moved them out, and he moved down here from up there.
Did he marry Grandma before he moved down here?
Oh yeah, I had 3 kids by her.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He had a good place up there.
Maureen, you need to go home and write all that down before you forget it.
And I'll tell you
I
one
know
thing.
because Mama just always say this farm belonged to Grandpa Richardson, and your dad had a farm up at El Reno before he moved down here.
And you go up
And I
there.
just supposed in my mind when they made the run, Daddy stopped off and Grandpa Richardson kept riding and
No.
No.
If you go out to fields and just go on the north and cross the river barefooted,
Yeah.
And,
He was on
That's
north
where
side
he-
of
and he is on the north side of the river.
That's straight
Before
north.
he comes down here.
But you go up into Missouri and see where Papa was born, and you'll say, well, I said to Homer and Walter,
You do that.
what the hell did they ever come to Oklahoma
I
for
know.
when they had a good place like this?
Well, they're gonna get some free land. They're gonna get some free
They had,
land.
they had a good farm up there. And that's good country up there. But
Why
they-
do you think they did come down?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But you
They
go up
wanted
there and
to
look
travel.
Now, where in Missouri is it?
at Stansbury, Missouri, right out at Atlanta, Missouri.
You been to their place?
About eight, we've been up there. It's been 7 or 8 miles north of Stansbury.
Was that close to St. Joe?
Yeah, it's 40 miles from St. Joe.
Gentlemen.
But
How's that new bull coming?
It's growing.
Atlanta is a little old place. It's like that.
Yeah.
And there's some
Is the
distance.
church still at Dutton?
Oh no, that's-
I was so amazed that Miss Locker's house is still
yeah.
standing.
Bill Child.
Did you get a picture of it?
Yeah, we did. I told him, I said, that dang house is 70 years old because I used to come up here when I was a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell me how old that house is.
It's in the early days.
Yeah.
Said Miss
Well, I
Welty
guess
used to
it's the
babysit
same
with you
time
guys.
as this.
Why? I had no idea that house was still there.
Well, I was too. I was just looking the other day and the windows all fell out.
I know, but that structure must really be iron.
Is he getting all this on tape?
Isn't that something? I wasn't over 3 or 4 years old when I ate those green tomatoes.
Don't tell any lies.
Now, is there a
Don't tell any more lies.
You know what, Sharon and I, when we get through then, don't tell anybody anything we've said, because everything's a damn
Now
lie.
the big two-story house is gone.
Of the big two-story house story, and then tore that down and built her home up there north of Fields and a mile east.
You want to ask me now?
And
Might want to do something.
there's
I'm into my brain.
Yeah. After she died? Oh my Lord.
He paid the
She
moment.
could be, they had 2 girls. And do you know, I needed to tell you, when it would rain, the water would rush down here so fast, and it was such fun to take your shoes and socks off and stand down in there because it was coming with such force going to those creeks down below. And do you know that when it would snow and sleet, this would be real slick. And so we'd all get shovels and stuff to slide in, and we'd come down that hill
All the way down?
all the way down.
My
There
Lord.
wasn't a thing then to stop us. See. They didn't have this driveway fixed. There wasn't a thing to stop us, and we'd go all the way to the creeks down there.
You'd probably build up a lot of speed.
Yeah, we would. And if we were real lucky, it would be a real moonlight night. And we'd play out here till 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night, riding down that hill in scoop shovels. Until Hazel was messing around and got hit in the eye with the end of the handle of a scoop shovel and blacked her eye, and then that put a stop to all of it.
Ah.
Couldn't do that anymore. But we had fun.
Oh, it looks like it. Yeah, 8 kids growing up out here. A lot of fun.
Made your own fun.
That's right.
Made your own fun. All the storms we had come from that way.
Looks like we got one coming.
Yeah, that's right. And we had plenty of them in those days.
Do you ever have a tornado?
Oh, sure. A lot of tornadoes. We had all of our keepsakes stored in a little house called the Lehigh House that Daddy had built with lumber that he bought from Lehigh, Oklahoma. And do you know, a tornado come and took every one of those memos that we had, blowed them away.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh. It was really bad. Well, it's going to start raining.
Okay. We ought to head back over.
Yeah, we better head back and get off of this road because Judy Lynn's not good at driving on this. She may have to let her mother drive.
Okay.
I'm used to driving in mud.
Or pushing the buckboard.
Uh-huh. If we have to push, I'm real good at that.
All right.
There it is. Yep, 1900. You get that?
Sure did.
I mean, I wouldn't expect this, but
It's fixing to rain the bottom out, you kids.
so he got his name in there.
We've lost this house. We've been antenna.
The windstorm.
No,
Because he couldn't
blowing
work.
storm.
Because he couldn't work
Wind
so
blowing
good with his
antenna.
broken leg.
Wally Legler.
Dave, nice to have met you.
Yeah, Peter, it's good meeting you.
Take it easy. Appreciate you bringing that picture out. Did you get that back?
Now, where did I get? No.
I think your dad put it up. He was keeping close guard on it for you.
I've got a kind of an aerial photo of this thing, and I'm wanting to kind of put me together a deal of pictures, you know. And
Yeah.
and
Oh, this would be great. We got
that's
it in here.
the first one that I've got. I mean, the oldest.
It's a great picture.
Yeah.
Did you get a close-up of that one?
Yeah, I did of that,
Okay.
and I just want to make sure that.
And I can't.
Did you get that picture back for
Yeah, I get
your boy? Okay.
put it in on this table.
How about a shot of the three generations here? You three.
Okay.
Oh, the cold front's hit.
Uh-huh, it did.
Oh, it's cold. Yeah.
They've lived in this house for years and years. I guess till probably early 1970s. Bad dog, and boy, are they ever right.
All right.
They have a bad dog.
Good, how you?
I just want Peter to get done a nice picture here, and Steve.
Oh, yeah.
And Lloyd.
Judy, you want to take a still?
That's all right. We're not supposed to be right where we're supposed to be.
You want to get closer to that?
Gonna get it out of the car.
You want to get closer?
In a minute.
Glenda's still in town. Spending my money.
Okay.
God.
Okay, a little bit closer.
And just.
I'm gonna picture you guys out.
They're pictured now. Do you know that?
Oh, that's
There are.
Now get the milk barn down there.
Oh, I wish the milk
I
barn
want-
Is this where your hands got rubbed raw?
This is where my hand got rubbed on. I played it
Does the
all
battery
those
pack
sticks,
work?
see?
Now we can take it to here.
Yeah. All these sticks. There wasn't anything here when I moved out here. Everything,
Is that right? You built all of it?
I built every damn bit of it. The road, even the road.
Oh, is that
The
right?
road used to come straight up this.
How many acres is this spread?
376 acres.
So that's half section?
Yeah. The lower half
A
section.
little over half. Now, what you came out here and you did dairy farming for a lot of years?
50 head of cattle in the feedlot at the present time. And there wasn't anything here at the time we moved out here in 1949. I bought this in 1948 from my father, and then I've added on to it.
Not even a house?
Oh, there wasn't anything. Well, there's a little two-roomed house sitting here.
Where was that?
The two-roomed house is sitting right in there south of the milk farm. And this is the two-roomed house that's out here by the by the truck.
Oh, you just moved it.
I moved it over there.
Which, the gray one over there?
Yeah, the grave. Of course, I've done a lot of work on that since then. And that other building is the old chicken house. We raised chickens in. We have a chicken yard out in front of it, and a dog pen out in front of it too.
Is that right?
Chicken house.
And you have your own gasoline source out here?
I was in the gasoline business for 14 years myself.
Were you
Before I
really?
went to farm.
Huh, I didn't
36.
remember that. Before you did your milking?
Oh yeah, 36 to 1950, I owned the wholesale gasoline business.
Ah.
And I farmed on the side too before we moved down here.
Uncle George, what was it used to have in that little gray building out there?
That's the old house that was here.
The old house that was here? That
I've
the people
redone
lived
it
in?
2 or 3 times. I moved it down the hill and I moved it back up the hill.
And you had hard hands
I
living in it?
lived in it down the hill. I moved back up here and the kids used it for a playhouse now.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's all lights in it, everything else.
Now, your kids were born here on the farm or in a hospital?
They go into the hospital, chicken center. One of them cost $125 for one of them, $35 for the other. And the reason one from Steve was $135 for the circumcised it was $10.
Yeah, a little extra on
That was
it.
it.
Yep.
But I still have the tickets on.
Oh, you're kidding.
I've got the tickets on Mary Quinn's birth, $125, Steve's $135, and Grandma, I've got my ticket on our, when we stayed in Tufts at the Arvin Hotel for $3.50. Biggest hotel in Tulsa
Uh-huh.
on our honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
We went on a honeymoon, we drove here to Tulsa, and stayed at the biggest hotel there was.
Oh, and it was the Arvin
Hotel.
Hotel.
It's the Arvin Hotel. They've torn down now.
Uh-huh.
But I've got the ticket that's typed out, and it's $3.50 daily.
Lord.
And
Yeah,
I've still got that thing. That's three things I've held on to.
Uh-huh.
well, those would be suitable for framing. Those would make nice little, yeah.
I still got them.
Now, so you farmed out here, you dairy farmed for how long?
I dairy farmed for 21 years,
21 years.
and then I quit when it was a livestock business, working business.
Now, you didn't do
Steve.
that for too many years before you retired.
No, it was 64 when Steve graduated from high school, went to college.
You got rid of the dairy
I got
cow.
rid of the dairy cattle and went into stock cattle business.
Yeah. You can flip
And
a little
since
bit.
he's come back, he's been in the feeder cattle business. He's been a feeder cattle.
There's a difference.
He made more money out of feeding cattle than I did in the stock business.
Is that right?
He's done exceptionally well.
Excellent. And he works as a pharmacist too?
Huh?
He works as a pharmacist too?
No, he don't have time. He's strictly feedlot.
Hmm.
He doesn't have time. He still has his license, but he doesn't have time.
Yeah.
They wanted him to. He don't have time. Hell, he's got all more here than the animal. I come here every day and help him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm down here practically every day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, is he doing any farming too, or just, or is Steve doing farming too, or just?
Oh yeah, he has to farm things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his. I've sold it to him. He pays me so much a year.
But I understand you do quite a bit of work.
Oh yeah, I come down here all the time. I was here all day yesterday in Bazaar. But I sold it to him on a contract. He pays me so much every year. And it's supposed to last as long as around there. The paper's coming in.
But you might live longer than you thought you would.
Well, I don't know about that. But no, it's there. He does farm.
Oh, you're gonna
He has to
freeze.
have help.
You're gonna freeze.
You guys want to walk?
I think that we better walk back to where he can
Back that way.
take off.
Okay. Look at the mud underneath that car. Oh my gosh, you gotta go back to Lawton and get a horse.
Maybe you'll run into that rain.
Yeah, I probably will. I want to get a picture of you all on the front porch.
Oh, okay. How you gonna do that?
You can't do that. Well, maybe
Wait, I can do that. Wait.
keep a shot.
Well,
Oh, around.
Bring us inside.
We're standing in front of a bush that's 37 years old. Yeah, I am too.
Come on, Steve.
You can get up there one day. No, I don't think this one. I don't think this one. Gee, that bush is pretty steady. That's just beautiful.
Get the whole thing.
Go ahead and look there.
Zoom in a little bit.
That's it.
Sit in, Susie.
Okay, that's it.
That's correct.
That better?
Wonderful. We get one more just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Turn sideways, Daddy.
That's the way
Oh, that's wonderful.
Now, okay. That's enough out there, Peter.
That's it. Wave bye-bye.
Wait, bye-bye. Or don't bye-bye.
Get that thing back.
Oh, that's
Just tall, spring.
I remember this.
Wait.
Like I say, I cut it back right here this spring.
And I can't get this stuff in. I can't get this
Brown on that
Well,
one.
that place-
And it's through fast.
Back, we caught it the other day, we any butter there. Right, they'll be Friday.
Almost. Got a little left.
Man, they eat it up, you can't do it.
This one's gonna outgrow everything.
Just glad we didn't walk off and left them a wreck. Oh, Lord. Well, they've done a great job, I tell you. They
You gotta go
really
turn
have.
the lights off on the car.
That thing it's getting away from us.
They just put that out and say that.
Famous for that. Yep, you know what? They always get crazy.
And I can,
See the one at the corner? I put it over here on this one. At the same time, identified. That one took off and the other one didn't. Finally, last year I saw the paper and I had to put it there. Maybe you're gonna have to move it or it's going to round the other
Did
one.
Steve know that?
Oh,
Too bad that wouldn't take off right there where that old japonica that we used to have.
Now, what's that out there? What's that out there? Tell you how many times you go down to town?
no, it's just a that's what Gary said.
That is smart.
Yeah, that's really.
That was one of the first things I put in.
What a smart. I see him on the highway and I always think it's yeah.
That's what it is. There's a train station bell except I've got
Go get the pickup. Pickup. Goodbye.
I think it is thin.
I appreciate you coming down.
Well,
I thought this was a lot better than
okay, don't have to run off. Might as well come in.
That's baby. That's fun.
Yeah, it's really.
Well,
You know, I got it.
when you're up sometime, come by and I'll give you some aloe vera if you don't want to run up there.
Yeah.
We got time, Laureen, if you want to run by there.
No.
We don't have time? Okay.
Peter, I sure appreciate
appreciate you coming up and doing all that for
Well, you
Laurie.
bet.
That was nice of
Well, it's going to be a real treasure.
I think you're a model son-in-law.
Why, thank you. Would you put that in
I
writing?
wish I had one just like you.
Well, you're real sweet. Thank you.
Listen, Steve, tell me, Clint is your oldest and
Judy?
Lay down. Either lays back on her bed or head. I can see that better than I don't, but I was there bringing out one thing.
Well, the nigger says she thinks
They are. They're real pretty kids. They really are.
that's one year.
Yeah. Oh, we've got
35 millimeters on the side. You get
That's what Minnie Burrows said. If you want to steal the show, you get on the side of the camel.
Mom.